tongue kisses for Rio. We are here. So thank you for your patience. I just got to figure out a place to park here. Just give me a sec. I don't know if this is a private property now. Guess I'll find out here in a second. I don't think it is. Good morning, everybody. Just give me a minute here to get situated. I just wanted to come on so I wasn't too late, but I know I was. So thank you guys again for your patience. All right. Here we go. But I brought a friend with me this morning. He wasn't too much of a little lazy head like he's been the last few walk-in talks, hence why he was MIA. But Dobster, you want to say good morning to everybody? Dobby's in the house. So we got the pack this morning, Rio and Dobby. We're going to do a fun little walk and talk. I don't have anything like too crazy to talk about. I do have some things, though, that are kind of important. And for some of you that may have missed it, I'm going to go over some breaking news that I broke when we tried our first swim-in chat. So thank you guys for joining me. But for the most part, this is going to be a lot of stuff that we didn't go over yet. And, you know, for the most part, I hope you guys have a nice, a nice morning walk with me, wherever you're joining me from. We're going to be walking at a different area this morning, hence why we had a drive out here. And we're going to see how it goes. So far, I did a speed test for the reception, and it looks like I've got pretty good reception out here. So hopefully that won't be an issue with any buffering. And hopefully we'll have some really nice views. We're going to be walking up on a really high ditch, more of a bank, I guess you would call it. Whoa, check this out. Shit. Ah! Let me flip this over. Oh, it was like an older tank. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to zoom in. Ah! Yeah, man, it was parked over here in the parking lot. I totally missed that. That sucks. Whoa, Dobby, hold on. Come here. All right. Didn't want Dobby running off because this is a parking lot I'm not very familiar with, so I don't know if there's going to be cars coming in and out. All right, got both dogs with me. Let me just make sure the van is secured and locked up. And we are going to get this walk started. Yeah. I think I got everything. As long as I got my phone and keys, I think we're good. And dogs, of course. Oh, nope, I almost forgot. Dog pack. That is very important. So let me just put on my dog pack here really quick. And we'll get this walk and talk started. Good morning, everybody, though, and thank you for joining. We got started a little bit late, but we are here. And I meant to... Ooh, yeah, we're really close to the Oregons. This should be a really nice walk. I can already see the beautiful views from here. So welcome, as always, and... I know some of y'all join me sometimes walking yourself, listening on the headphones. Some of y'all are at work. Some of y'all are just hanging out at home, hanging out in the bed, wherever it may be. I hope you guys enjoy the walk. And what makes it nice now is having the gimbal, because it makes it a lot smoother, so it's enjoyable. So, again, thank you for all the supporters, and especially Super Roofer, that helped start that gimbal fund. And we met the fundraiser, obviously, and boy, it's been such a benefit to the channel having this gimbal, and especially for this IR. Oh, I almost broke the news, which, you know what, let's just break it, because I think most of y'all already know. But for some of you that didn't hear, we are going to be proceeding with the IRL road trip. As a matter of fact, we are going to be destination Tulsa, Oklahoma for Skimask Andy's June 20th court hearing. And although you already knew that, the breaking news is I am going to be joined by a very special guest, and we are going to be providing an awesome IRL adventure, and that's going to be with Stick. So some of you are very familiar with Stick. He's one of my moderators here on this channel. He's also got his own channel, as a matter of fact, and does very awesome IRL. So I'm very, very excited for that. I think it's going to be a great collaboration. So yeah, destination Tulsa, Oklahoma for the June 20th court hearing. But we're going to have some fun heading over there. And once we're done with that hearing, we're going to head back and we're going to have some more fun. So, all right. And Super Roofer, I'm hoping we can take you up on that invitation. So I'm planning out all the logistics pretty much today and tomorrow, because before we know it, it's going to be the final countdown. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. And you know what? My singing is so good, I better stop, because YouTube might copyright me on that, thinking it really is the actual singer singing that song. So, no, I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, if some of you may not know, and I am going to be posting this every day as a reminder to everybody through my community post, but we will be doing a pretty much final countdown till June 20th. So, we will start today. Today starts 13 days until the June 20th Skimask Andy court hearing. All right, remember the rules, chat. Usually we don't have problems on the walk and talks. Respect each other, respect mods, follow TOS, and everybody can have a good time. And welcome everybody this morning. All right, let's get this show started, shall we? Whoa, just make sure I got keys before I lock the door. All right, so let me flip this over so you guys can get a nice view here. I'm sure you're tired of looking at me. I don't want to send any kids to the timeout corner this morning. Come on now. We're not in Skimask chat. Nah, I'm just playing with you guys. I know you guys are all good. All right, so let me just hike up my... Man, you know what? I guess this is kind of a good sign, right? If my pants are always constantly falling off my butt here. Either my butt's getting flatter or my stomach's getting flatter. One or the other. But I've been working out. I've been trying to, like I said, I want to look good for the court hearing on the 20th. I plan on wearing a suit. You know, I've put a lot of effort into it. So I want to look at least a little bit snazzy for my first ever Skimask Andy courtroom appearance. Now remember, we were there, about 2 months ago for the first courtroom, or excuse me, which was was supposed to be the last hearing, unfortunately, for the Skimask trial. This is the one where he was actually took the plea deal and he was sentenced to probation instead of the 90-day jail sentence. Well, originally that was supposed to happen in person. He got, for some reason, I don't know, and we're not going to make allegations, but he did not want to show up to court because I was going to be there, which everybody can join on the 20th. As a matter of fact, we're going to speak a little bit about that because this morning Skimask was kind of spreading some false rhetoric about how the court, pretty much courtroom rules and how it works. So first off, I'm going to say this. Anybody is welcome. Now, there are certain hearings where people aren't, the public's not allowed to attend. Just like, for example, the grand jury hearing, where, hence, if you guys are familiar with that term, we just heard that from Controla's court case coverage. So, grand jury hearing is one of them. Things that have to do with, like, family court with minors, that's another thing. But, generally, your, municipal, your district, your county courthouses, where they're going to be hearing, misdemeanor type of hearings, felony hearings, traffic court hearings, things of that nature. Those hearings are always open to members of the public. Pebs says, are you going on the 12th? Pebs, I'm not familiar with any dates on the 12th of June. There was a date for the 16th of June, which is going to be Skimask's, it's got so many words, just give me a second, it's still early in the morning. That is his court cost administration hearing, aka it's where he goes in front of the judge for the third time. It's probably going to be the second time in front of this same judge, but he has to now give a good explanation as to why he was already given 2 chances to make a simple $25 payment to start off his payment plan, which he signed a contract. We went over that, I believe, the last court coverage live stream, and I showed you guys that paperwork that he signed. He just had to make one $25 payment. He has not made that at all. So now, you know, like they say, three strikes and you're out. This is third time he's going to have to explain as to why he hasn't made one effort to pay back any of the over now $5,000 plus that he owes the courts and his victims. All right, so let me guys show you kind of where I'm at. We'll get popping here. All right, so you got a better view of the Oregon Mountains, which if you guys join me on the search for the Skimask, we could just see from the distance, but now we're a little bit closer. And if you're curious why they call them the Oregon Mountains, it has to do with the needles, and those are the pointy parts of the mountain there. You know, when you get closer, it'll look a lot to what its name's supposed to be. But they named it, hence the Oregon Mountains, because it's supposed to resemble like an organ, you know, musical instrument. You know, if some of you are familiar with the organs, they play that, you know, typically like in the older churches, the dee-dee-dee-dee. But yeah, that's why they got its name, the Oregon Mountains. And those mountains got a lot of cool stuff. They've got some old mines. They've got an old cave that's been used for thousands of years and had some, like, last person that lived there was a priest back in the 1700s from Spain. He was a monk, and he was actually murdered in that cave. And it's pretty interesting because the reason that, you know, obviously this guy lives way out there, right? So how are people going to know what happened to him? Well, the story is every night this monk used to light a fire. And so people in the distance could always see the fire coming from the cave. And when they realized they didn't see him lighting a fire for a few nights, there obviously came a concern. So some people walked over to his cave and checked on him, and they unfortunately found him murdered. But what was really crazy was he was found murdered in a kneeling position. So yeah, 1700s, maybe even in the late 1600s that story comes from. But yeah, those mountains got a lot of history. Hey, so I'm going to kind of go down the line here now that I'm situated. Got my pants hiked up so I won't be mooning everybody. But I'll give you a quick story. This used to actually be an old outdoor driving range here. And as a matter of fact, back in the high school days of NJCourts, I actually had a really cool job here. I pretty much was the only worker. I would just, you know, I would pick up before the day would start. I would go with the, you know, the ball picker up machine, the one everybody likes to hit the golf balls at. Go pick up golf balls, and then I get them cleaned up, and then get ready for the day to start. And then I would just sell golf balls and rent out golf clubs, and then just check on people every once in a while over at the tees. But it was cool because it was a lighted range. You can see the lights still up. Unfortunately, just back then, I don't know. Golf's always been really big down here in the Southwest. But I just think the guy that owned it just didn't do a good job of running it. I think he had other means for this land. I think he just was planning on selling it anyways to the city, which is what eventually happened. The city here bought it, and they're going to start doing whatever. I don't know if they're going to make it an open space, if they're going to develop it. But for right now, it is open to the public, and you can walk. Oh, Dobby just took off. He slipped out of his leash, so let's catch up with him. Dobby, get over here, or at least stop and let us catch up to you. You little butthead. I didn't even notice you slip out. So yeah, so now it's turned into a pretty cool little walking area. And eventually we're going to get, so watch, I'll show you guys so you can see. So we're going to follow this path, and it's going to take us up on that embankment right there. And we'll have a really good view of the city from that embankment in the mountains. So, hey, Super Roofer, you have a great day at work. And we'll talk to you very soon, my friend. And again, thank you so much for the invitation and all your support. Oh, yeah, and stay hydrated. It's definitely getting hot. It doesn't matter where you are in this country. Rio, hold on. Step over. Thank you. Dang, Dobby's got some energy. It's probably from sleeping in all these days. Hold on. Sticker alert. Hold on, Rio. Let me see your foot. Ow! Well, that sticker went right from his foot onto my thumb. All right, we are good. All right. Dang, Dobby's going. He's booking it. Them little legs. All right, let me just catch up to Dobby, and then I'll scroll up the chat so I can say good morning to everybody. Nope, leave it, Rio. Leave it. But he's waiting for us. Dobby's a good boy. Rio, come on. Hold on, I'll let you sniff, but let's catch up to Dobby first. Now, another quick story, as I was picking up, so the golf balls, you know, for the people that can really whack them out of the park, they used to land over here. Like, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever gotten them to where it would go onto the road over here, but they would land in this area here. And even before this trail was set, this was just all bushes, just like you see here with these mesquite bushes. And one time when I was picking up, so eventually some balls would make it out over here. So you have one of those like kind of little, I don't know if you guys seen them. They kind of look like the tennis ball picker-uppers. Oh, hold on, Rio. How are you picking up stickers and Dobby isn't? That's because you're walking on the side. All right, we got to just stay in the middle. It rained last night pretty hard, so that might be a reason. There's some stickers out this morning. But anyways, I was walking, picking up golf balls out here, and I ended up running into a $100 bill. And, you know, this is bad. I mean, even now, if I found it, I would be jumping and, you know, yelling in excitement. But this was back when I was in high school, like probably a freshman, okay? So, I mean, for you know, a young freshman to find a $100 bill, I was fucking ecstatic. You know, at first I thought it was fake, and then when I realized it was real, I got excited. You know, I thought, oh my gosh, what happens if some, like, you know, freaking briefcase got, you know, tossed out, and, you know, there's $100 bills just spread all over this area. And nah, it was just one $100 bill, but that was pretty cool. That has to be the most I've ever found ever in my life, as far as, you know, just loose money on the ground. All right, Dobby, get over here, please. There's a road runner right next to you that's almost bigger than you. I don't think road runners are carnivores, but no, yeah, they are. They eat lizards. Never mind. Dobby, get over here. Oh, he's going after it. See? There he goes. I don't know if you can see him. He chased it. I knew he was going to. All right, Dobbs, come on. And see, here's what's funny is, check this out. I always got a backup when I need to get the dogs if they're not listening. And that's called a snack. Now, I only use that as a last resort because I don't want them getting used to listening to me for snacks. But no, he stopped. He's right here. We caught up. All right, Rio, I'm going to let you off the leash for a second because you've been a good boy. Dobby, hold on. That doesn't mean you get to start taking off. I know. Hold on. That was my fault. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you for waiting up. All right. All right. We got Dobby leashed up. Rio, get over here. Yeah, right now there will start. It's still kind of cool right now, but if it was a lot warmer, I wouldn't let Rio be off the leash just because there's probably some rattlesnakes out in this type of environment. All right, come on, Rio. Let's get up here on the embankment. You can run up here on the embankment, Luce. All right. Snack recall. All right, so I'm almost situated again. Hold on. Rio, hold on. I think there's people. I didn't bring my glasses, so I don't know if there's people in front of me. If there is, I'm going to just hold them on the leash really quick till we pass them. Because Rio does pretty good with other dogs. But, you know, obviously some people may not be comfortable with him being off the leash, and that's much respectable. So, all right. Let's go up as far as I can. All right. So thank you, everybody, for your patience as I was kind of just getting situated. I seen John DeGaff earlier this morning. Good morning. Acid Face, good morning. Oh, no, in the house. Good morning. Oh, no. Super Roofer was here but has left to work. Good morning, Ann. Trip and Sip, good morning, my friend. We've got KC Girl, good morning. Pebs, good morning. Going down the line. Going down the line. Melly, good morning, Melly. All right. Zen, good morning, Zen. Good to see you. Cat Crazy in the house. You can smell the smoke. And NJ, what's going on? Minnesota is an air quality warning. Oh, Canada fires. Holy moly. Yeah, it's that time of the year. We get them in New Mexico, California, Arizona. It's horrible, but it is a yearly thing. You know, it happens. Lisa, good morning. Hi, good morning. Thank you. All right, I don't know if I scrolled really quick to the bottom and missed somebody, but let me just go up just to make sure. Block, good morning. All right, and if I missed you, I apologize, but hopefully I'll catch you. Yeah, that looks like I caught everybody. And as everybody's coming in, good morning. All right, so, yeah, so earlier I kind of just reiterated some news that we broke earlier this week. As a matter of fact, I think that was... Rio, how are you picking up? Okay. Now that you're on the leash, this shouldn't happen because we're on the embankment. But I'm like, Rio picked up stickers and Dobby didn't. I know Dobby's got smaller paws, but it really shouldn't matter. All right. So let me get zoomed out of here. I think I'm still zoomed in on the gimbal. Yep. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Oh, no. Thank you. Okay. At Oh, no. Thank your husband for his service. What does Ono's husband do? God, my husband used to be a hotshot. That's what I had an idea since we were talking about fires. Yes, and please thank your husband for his service. Much respect to hotshots. I run into them a lot down here in the Southwest. You see them during the, fire season driving around a lot of the, areas. Like I said, in the summertime, I come down to the Southwest area, mainly New Mexico and Arizona. And I come down for camping, backpacking. I do a lot of backpacking in the Gila Wilderness area. That's in Silver City, New Mexico, for some of you that are familiar with New Mexico. That area is, always has a lot of fire issues. Northern New Mexico's got a lot of fire issues. So, yeah, and unfortunately, in a lot of the areas that I used to be able to camp or backpack a year or years ago, sometimes they're not even open anymore. And it's sad, especially when you see them get scorched or scorned by a really bad fire. It's, you really see the impact when you've been to that area prior to the fire, and then you see the impact after the fire. But where I was going with that is you see the hot shots everywhere. And, you see them. I mean, it don't matter where you run into them. Men, women, young, old, okay? Just covered, in sweat, blood, dirt. You can tell these people, they work hard and a very dangerous job. As a matter of fact, I don't know if some of you are familiar, and they made a documentary. I think it got made into a movie about the fire. It was a hotshot fire group in Arizona. And I may get this, I believe it was in Arizona, but they were caught in a wilderness fire and unfortunately weren't able to evacuate, and they perished. And it was a really tragic event, And I think that opened the eyes to a lot of people that were not even familiar about hot shots or wilderness firefighters. I mean, it is a extremely dangerous job. Extremely. All right, let me show you guys here a little bit view now that we're on the embankment. So those are the Organ Mountains. We saw those. That's to the, east of me. I'm going to turn around here. Now, if you guys notice that peak over there, that's Picacho Peak. Remember when we're walking towards the river? That's that peak we're kind of headed over towards. That's the one I was telling you a little bit about, where there's a lot of, if you're into dinosaur bone hunting, looking for fossils and stuff, into geology, that's an awesome place to look for stuff. That's way in the yonders. But up here, you can kind of see the city of Las Cruces, or the City of Crosses, is what that means in English. It's the second largest city in the state of New Mexico as of right now. The third largest is the capital, and it's getting pretty close in size, Santa Fe. And then, of course, the largest city is where we've been to, where you see me, where, obviously I do a lot of my work out of, which is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ono says my husband was a hotshot in Cali. Okay. Yeah, a lot of fires and a lot of fire. You know, you see how big the state of California is, and I think a lot of people, you know, they'll, you know, especially people that haven't traveled to California, you know, the first thing they familiarize themselves, of course, is with Los Angeles, you know, and people trip out or don't, you know, they forget that California, or the state of California, is very large, and not only is it a coastal state, but it's got a lot of wilderness area. You know, there's places to go skiing. You know, there's plenty of high altitude wilderness areas, and there are a lot of forest fires, unfortunately, that happen in California as well. Ono says you'll have to message me what that place is. We are big on geology. Oh, Ono, if you are, I mean, you need to just definitely come down to the state of New Mexico. I mean, pretty much anywhere in the state has humongous areas for geology, like I said, archaeology, you know, fossil hunters. They've got all sorts of cool parks, you know, that are just like the Trackway Park that we went over to. And unfortunately, I didn't have the service to make it over as a live stream to the Trackway. But I'm glad that for some of y'all that joined me on that stream, at the beginning of the trail, they got a really nice display that lets you take a look at, you know, what the tracks will look like. And I mean, I'll tell you this, just short of being right in front of them, that display is exactly how they look. I mean, that was a really good display as far as, you know, giving you a good idea of exactly how those tracks would look if you had walked right up upon them. So yeah, we're starting to get a lot nicer view. I mean, just in that little short distance, we're already climbing a little bit of altitude here, elevation, because I can already start seeing more. Start turning around. There's a little open space area down here. Bunch of rabbits down in that field to go running after there. Yeah, me too, Blop. I think I've watched a lot of the metal detecting channels. Oh man, I can sit there and watch that all day. And it's like an ASMR channel for me. But which is kind of weird because, you know, and usually, yeah, it is. They usually have the beep, 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 you know, but oh man, it's so intriguing and interesting for me. I love metal detecting. Well, I don't do it, but I like watching it, and I definitely would love one day to just get a cheapo metal detector, you know, from Hobby, or what is it, Hobby Freight. I don't even remember the name. Sorry, it's still early, but you know, I think I've seen them for like $39-40. That's all you need to just get started and do some simple metal detecting. But yeah, especially down here in the Southwest, there's a lot of areas you can go metal detecting for a lot of cool artifacts and stuff. Maybe find some hidden gold coins, and I'm not even kidding you. Good morning, Tammy. Cat Crazy says, we just bought my grandson a metal detector. Nice. Oh, I'm sure he's probably going to enjoy that. So, let's talk a little business, huh? As they say. Well, one, I want to clear up this bullshit. And I don't know, and I know some of y'all were watching this morning because I got a lot of messages. But, and some of y'all may have already heard this when we did the swimming chat. But Skimask is still pushing this bullshit that my channel is the one that posted this information, and it's not even anything that's like private. It's just public. It's just the YouTube handles, and he knows that. See, that's where I'm going with this. Is at this point he's just trying to pull. I wouldn't say necessarily a scam at this point. He's just trying to throw all the blame on me because he's trying to get back all his mods. If you were watching this morning, he had a hell of a morning. I'll tell you that. Pretty much, he's down to just 2 mods. At one point, he had no mods in his chat, and a lot of trolls, and I'm not calling myself one, but I went on there, and actually, I wasn't even trolling. I just went on there to give him another reminder that me and Stick would be more than happy to offer him a ride to his court hearing date on the 20th. Because we know he's going to be freaking out and asking for $60 so he can get a ride there and back. So I figure, hey, you know, why freak out and just know, hey, we'll be more than happy to pick you up and give you a ride. That's all. And yeah, he got upset because there wasn't any mods to ban me or whatever. But they're gone. They are out of there. And Zen says, why did they leave? Well, I'll tell you why. And this is just my idea. Again, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's an allegation. I would say it's probably pretty spot on. But I could certainly very well be incorrect. Come on, Rio. But what happened, and this is actually where I was going with this, is a new clip channel. As a matter of fact, they actually joined us on the swimming chat. That's gonna be, oh man, what is it? It's Skimask Andy clips, something hate clips. I'll remember it. I'm actually gonna post a link to it. Because I'm glad they were there. I'm not sure if anybody had the opportunity to get the link to their channel, but they've been busy. I'm telling you, they've been watching Skimask every stream, and they've caught every single one of his fucking scams. They've caught all of his streams where he'll say something bad, like when he does one of his racist rants, or recently he went and got all crazy and started cussing out and ranting on his mods. And he started accusing them of pretty much, I guess, working with my channel and providing these YouTube handle names that anybody, including me and you, can access. It was nothing personal or any information. And you know, Skimask said it himself. He's been on YouTube for 10 plus years. You don't think Skimask didn't figure that out? He's just trying to blow this whole situation out of proportion. And it didn't work for him, okay? As a matter of fact, it did the complete opposite. It pissed off all his mods. And I mean, you know, this isn't the first time he's done this to his mods, okay? So they probably just finally got tired of it, okay? On top of all the other scams that we've started exposing. And what I'm glad to see is this other clip channel is reiterating a lot of the scams that I started talking about, okay? And that's what I'm glad to see, because I'm tired of Skimask sitting there and trying to claim that it's just myself trying to pick on him, when one, it's not. It's his own live streams. He's just upset because he goes and deletes them. And then, you know, obviously he's getting clipped and, you know, his BS is getting exposed. But, yeah, he was on this morning. And what I think is funny is he's already talked about this. He's already acknowledged the other clip channel. As a matter of fact, he even thinks it's as an association or tie back to me. He thinks it's another clip channel of mine, which I can tell you 100% it is not. And that's why I'm glad that whomever it is that is the creator of that channel, I'm glad they came on yesterday. I think, yeah, we did the swimming chat yesterday, I believe, or maybe the day before. But so that way they could introduce themselves, because I didn't want to take the credit. They did a hell of a job. And boy, oh boy, did they ruffle up Skimask. And I mean, look at where he's at right now, okay? He lost all his mods. His true colors came out for the 100th time again. But this was enough, I guess, for some of the mods. Enough was enough. And now he's complaining that he doesn't have any more money. And, you know, the whole BS story. But I'll tell you a funny story. He was at the Pickwick. He did a little, I call them Pickwicks, but they're come and goes, I forgot, in Tulsa. He was down there this morning yanking out a bunch of money. And you want to know what's funny is he was getting upset at the ATM machine because it was, you know, taking a little time to yank his money out. Well, if some of y'all have ever yanked out a lot of money and the machine's just down to like 20s, it takes a little time. And what I thought was funny is when the money came out, what do you think Skimask does? Whoop! Screen away from the money. What's the money gonna dox, bro? Money ain't got no fucking credit card numbers. He just didn't want his fucking, you know, viewers to see that it was about to probably spit out a few $100 bills. And there he is claiming, you know, oh, I just down to 16 bucks. So, yeah, what's happening pretty much, Zen, long story short, and I know that was a long story, is Skimask's scams, you know, which have already been exposed, are getting re-exposed. But the fact that there's more channels and more people talking about it, and it's just not me, so that, you know, with these cult members, you know, of course they're going to, anything I say, it doesn't matter, right? They don't listen. But when there's other people talking about it, they may start listening some more. And I think they're just damn tired of it, all right? especially when they could do a lot better stuff with their money. You know, spend it on their own self, on their family. A lot of these people seem to have families. And here they are, you know, supporting, you know, hey, it's their money, but remember who they're supporting, okay? One, they're supporting a wanted felon, all right? Remember, Skimask cuts literally active warrants in New Jersey, in Nevada, California, and Wagoneer County. And we're going to be verifying that very soon, all right? And so this guy is no, you know, just regular, lazy, e-begging creator. This guy is a criminal, and he's running from the law right now. He's obviously shown his very racist side, and I'm going to tell you all right now, I'm actually going to be putting together a bunch of these clips. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping to actually reach out to the content creator, the owner of that channel, this new clip channel, because I'd like to play a lot of their clips. Like I said, they've done a hell of a job catching him when he's done these really bad rants, and then he goes and deletes the stream right after, okay? So I want to see if I can roll through some of their clips. I've got a lot of clips myself that I was luckily able to catch. I'll give you an example of one of them. And I know a lot of you saw this, but maybe you guys didn't see the second part. And maybe some of y'all may not have a clue as to what I'm even talking about. So here we go. This is one example of something he did just recently. So he posted a title to a post of a video. And I was actually brought to my attention because I didn't even know what the numbers meant, okay? And I had to look it up. And what he had posted, and again, I might have the numbers incorrect, but I believe it was like 1488, whatever. But if you look up the number combination, Wikipedia and other definitions of it come up, and it pretty much signifies it's a symbolism of a neo-Nazi phrase. It has to do with something like it's this number of the alphabet, which is this or something. And I'm sure you guys in the chat will be able to talk about it, figure it out. But anyways, and so it was. And so, I'm sitting there saying, well, did he really do that? Is he that dumb to actually put a neo-Nazi phrase and association in his actual title to his live stream? And sure enough, I don't know if it was that live stream itself or the one after, he went on a rant at the end, okay? And he actually goes, he says those numbers, and then he says it right there. White supremacist something, okay? I have the clip. I'll play it for you guys. We're going to do the show tomorrow. Yeah, he totally verified exactly what he had put. Like I said, I didn't know if he, it was the first time I'd actually ever seen him reference those numbers. So I was still sitting there kind of like, all right, maybe he's still not. I don't know. But as soon as he said that, I was like, holy moly. That's exactly what he did. And you know where he got that phrase from, right? That's prison talk, okay? That's prison gang right there, all right? So I don't know the whole story behind that, but why would he be referencing something like that when he claims he's not a racist? On top of all the other racist rants we've heard him say. So this guy is full of shit, all right? I think there's a lot more to Skimask than, one, we know he's a racist, but, is he beyond that even further, Who knows? But this guy's definitely a piece of shit is where I'm going with all this. And I really hope that there's a lot more people getting woke, as they say, and realizing, what type of trouble this guy is. And just the fact that if you support him, you're pretty much saying you're a racist, you're a woman beater, you're a criminal. I hate to say it, but yeah, that's exactly what any supporter at this moment that sends that guy financial support is saying, whether they want to believe it or not. What's up, NorCal? I think I saw you in chat. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa says, I was counting how many times he says Cash App and honestly lost count. Yeah, no, it's no joke. I mean, the guy sits there and begs for it. I mean, if I was to do that in one day, I would probably lose my whole channel. I'm sure some of y'all would think I'm kidding, but if I was to seriously say, hey, you know what, guys, I'm not turning on the camera. I'm dead serious. Fuck all you. You got to send me $50 now. That would be it. End of story. Okay? The fact that this guy can do that every day, and it's not even a joke. He's not playing around. And these people are like, shuffling everywhere, getting all fucking worked up as to how they can figure out how to send them $1. It's just beyond my imagination. And then for him to sit there and then cuss them out, dox them, take their mod wrench away, ban them, and then for them to come the next day or say, oh, it's okay, Ski, I'll talk to you tomorrow when you calm down. That's where I'm just like, all right, something else is going on with these individuals that are still supporting him. Hey, that's a new name. Seeing Lies, good morning. So I've been gone quite a while. I was a supporter for years under a different name than this. I won't support his outright attacks on women's kids. I'm a female. Hell no. Exactly. And that's what's crazy, is the majority of his chat are females. There was a supposedly a new viewer in there today, and that's the person I had a conversation with. That's why Skimask got all upset, because they were in there like, oh, I'm new, I just kind of ran into you, what are you about? And I gave him a quick summary. I said, well, I'll tell you what he's about. He's a scammer, he's a woman beater, he's a felon, blah, blah, blah. All right, and I mean, I got out probably like 6 comments, okay, before Skimask got home. He was walking back. I guess he just wasn't paying attention to his phone, but I guess he was walking back to his house, or his parents' house, and he wasn't looking at the comments, and that's why he got upset, because there was no moderators that whole time. He claims there was, and I did see some in there. When he was at the actual store, there was some mods in there, and that's who he got upset at. I forgot who it was. But, yeah, he was upset that the fact that they let me pretty much state the truth. And then, you know what's hilarious? And that's why I think this individual was just bullshitting. I don't think they were a new viewer. They knew who he was. There they are defending him right away like, oh, well, it's none of YouTube's business. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't allegations. This isn't just some, person making up, maybe to her she might think it was, and I don't know. It was an individual that had a female name. It could have been a guy, girl, I don't know. But to this individual, okay, I'm not just blowing smoke out of my butt, okay? We've already shown where these allegations come from. These aren't allegations. This is publicly accessed court records that show exactly who this guy is, what he's done, and who he's running from. So, yeah, it's just crazy how people and I said, how are you going to even sit there and try to support somebody like that you supposedly claim you don't even know? And hey, you don't have to believe my information because you don't know me, but just don't jump on the defense, right? I saw that. He did unmod. Who's that? And welcome to the chat. Hey, crisscross applesauce, NC, good morning. D. Shock Sundick, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but he unmodded Valley Girl just because she didn't beg him not to quit. She was being nice, saying she will talk to him later. He's gaslights his chat, and they are so stupid to see it. I saw that, and I saw her saying the same thing, where she said, oh, I'll just, talk to you later. And like I said before, you guys realize there's a lot of stuff that goes, that happens in the background, okay? I mean, a lot, okay? This guy, when he's really on his low weed alert, oh, he's on there texting. I mean, you've seen him when he's just on his live stream. You don't think that guy's texting, sending little wiener shots to all these, cult leaders, just hoping one of them might, shoot him $1 or something? Oh, man. Hey, good morning, Francel. Good morning, Hobby Hater. Hey, good morning, Skiwee. Oh, and that's another thing. You claim I'm an obsessed fan. Dude, all you do is replay my live streams. We've already said this 24/7. And again, disclaimer, Skiwee has no affiliation to the NJCourts TV channel. He's a scumbag. But yeah, I mean, this guy claims that I'm such a fan of his, yet there he is replaying everything we say. It doesn't even have to be anything about him anymore. I mean, literally, he'll sit there. I could have been talking about, how to fucking shine a bowling ball or something for an hour, the guy's going to still sit there and play it. So I think he's the obsessed guy. And Ski, since you're watching, I want to reiterate another piece of information. Me and Stick, we're doing a collaboration IRL adventure tour regardless, bro. You want to not show up to your court date on the 20th? That's up to you. You're the one that's going to fuck up your life, okay? It's not going to affect us one bit, all right? Because not only do we have some projects to do at the courthouse, since we're going to be there already, that has to do with you, but we're going to be out there providing some awesome fucking IRL to all our viewers and supporters in Oklahoma. We're going to take a road trip down. It's going to be awesome, all right? I'm not going to reveal all the information yet because we're going to actually do a collaboration IRL stream, hopefully before we leave for the trip. But yeah, it's going to be a blast. So Ski, don't worry, bro. This has nothing to do with you. I mean, we are going to be there to cover your court coverage, but by all means, you're not ruining anything or any part of the trip if you start making up some bullshit or you're not going to show up, whatever. That road took a lot of stone. Yeah, it sure did. What is going to upset him, though, is the week that me and Stick arrived, is the fact that he doesn't have a car working. He's probably not going to have any money, and he's going to be fucked because, like I said, this guy is not facing first-time hearings, okay? Literally, his court cost administration hearing, that's his second chance he had. Third time he's in front of the judge to explain why he hasn't even attempted. Remember, this isn't like, all right, I made like 3 payments and stopped. This is, I haven't even made one single $25 payment the last 3 times you've asked me to. Now what? I hope that judge is not going to say, all right, here's another chance. You know, I'm not a fortune teller, but regardless, I can tell you Skimask ain't going to be sitting there saying, oh yeah, nothing's going to happen. Bullshit. And if he thinks just scraping up, you know, a couple of $100 and showing up to the courthouse like that is going to solve the problem, hey, I don't know. But don't forget, just in 4 days after that, he's coming back to the courthouse to face the judge to explain as to why he didn't even show up to probation, why he didn't make an attempt to go to anger management class, and why he didn't make a payment. So, and remember, that probation was given to him in lieu of a 90-day sentence, which I'm sure Skimask, if he's watching now, is, oh, I've done a 1.5 years, 3 years in jail. Oh, that ain't shit. Yeah, bullshit, bro. You did that behind a little fucking padded wall in the fucking protective custody section of that jail. All right? And I'm guarantee you, since he's been in that Tulsa County jail so many times, he might actually even owe a debt to some of the OGs down there. So I can guarantee you Skiwee is not going to be looking forward to even serving 1 day in jail, nonetheless 90 days. All right, you guys, behave. You guys want a snack? Remember what you got to do to get a snack. Good morning. Shh, hey, one at a time if you're going to say hi. Hey, no, that's not good. Rio, that's not good. Nope. Hey, that's a no-no. You don't do that. They were trying to say hi, and you said no. W, you were okay. You get a snack, but Rio, you get a B+ on that one. W, you get an A-. So that's worthy of a snack. There was another dog coming by. Let me just get these guys a little snack here, and then we'll keep moving. Oh, and I'm going to tell you something, all right? That money, because supposedly he already had an ounce of weed. So, you know, the reason he's yanking out that large amount of money is to pay for other stuff. And you know what's funny is I caught him talking a little bit about it. He actually pretty much self-incriminated himself. He was trying to make fun of my weight this morning, right? And he goes, you know what's funny? And again, this is, it's going to be not exactly what he said, but pretty close to. But he said something kind of on the lines of like, when he was in jail, he didn't do much. Or no. Sorry, not in jail. When he was in Hollywood, he would eat and he was walking and active, but he was still chubby. And he thought it was funny or kind of awkward that now that he's home and he eats the same way or even worse, you know, just eats a bunch of junk food and sugar. But the fact that he doesn't even get up off that couch all day and that he's all skinny, pale, with a fucking neck that a fucking third grader can snap, okay? And he's just sitting there and I'm like, dude, you just answered your question. The reason you're like that, okay, is because you're fucking obviously doing something else that's making you look like that, all right? Hence why you look like shit, man. I mean, that guy can't hide that, all right? Maybe to some people that are naive or just, hey, don't know much about that stuff, which is great. Not that people need to be educated on how, you know, you're supposed to look, you know, just stay away from drugs. Say no, that's all you need to know. But it's obvious, okay? And he, like I said, for him to say, yeah, duh, dude, if you were walking around and eating the same and you were chubby then, and now you're sitting down doing nothing and even eating worse, and you're a stick, no offense, stick. What do you think's going on? Hey, and maybe he's not doing anything, right? Wink, wink. Well, if he really isn't, Skimask, I would suggest you go see a doctor and get some blood work done. And again, disclaimer, I am not a doctor or a nurse or can give medical advice. That is just a recommendation as a viewer. Mark on the chin. I don't know if I'm trying to remember if I noticed that. I guess I'll have to look next stream I catch him on to see. Although he's probably going to put some makeup over it now because he's listening now and is like, oh shit. I don't want him looking at the mark on my chin. I don't want him seeing my lesion. They caught me. Yep, I didn't want to say it, Tammy, but thank you. That's exactly what it is. Allegedly, huh, Skiwi? Yeah, and then what I think is funny is he's sitting there trying to already talk smack to Stick and me. One, like I said, our intentions are to go down there for court coverage as far as what we're going to be doing in Tulsa. And we're providing an IRL road trip stream, you know, an adventure for all the viewers, you know. And it's going to be awesome, like I said. But I'll tell you this, Skimask, even when I went down there just by myself to provide the first round of court coverage, you talked, if not even more shit then. You said the worst threats to me, death threats, everything. You started doxing me. You did everything you could to keep me from coming down there. Once you found out I was down there, you were like a little mouse, okay? I didn't hear a fucking peep from you. And you want to know what's hilarious? I'll never forget this either. I was sitting in the bus depot there in Tulsa, right? And I was kind of saying, well, you think I should post that I'm leaving now? You know, just in case, you know, I didn't want anybody to kind of mess with me. Like, you know, he's got some, you know, the cult people that aren't happy with me. So, you know, and I said, hey, fuck it, right? So I posted, I said, hey, leaving Tulsa, you know, and literally right after I post that, that's when all the fucking, here comes Skimask goes live, all the, oh, you're a pussy, oh, you didn't even, I told him even beforehand that my intentions were never even to go down to his little suburb that he lives at and go knock on his door, disturb his family, okay? Now, this time around, we may go request to see if we can get some interviews from some members of Skimask family. But again, the intentions were never to go down there to even meet with him unless he wanted to talk with us at the courthouse for an interview, which is where I invited him for an interview at. As a matter of fact, that even reminds me, while I was still downtown, I even went to a chicken place and I invited him to lunch. I was even going to pay the tab, okay? Pick it up. And he knew it. He read it. He saw it. He knew where I was at. And it was a no-show. So, Ski, just drop the fucking BS fucking tough guy act and like I said before, just worry about your fucking hearing, your first one coming up. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Remember, that one's going to be actually sooner. 13 days till the 20th court hearing. But let's see, just subtract 4, right? So that would be 9 more days to your first court countdown. All right, I'm just gonna do another little hike of the pants up so I'm not mooning anybody walking behind me. Kind of give you guys a nice little view here. Hey, good morning, Cesar. All right. Then when we get to the end of this ditch, we're going to do a water break for the pups. And don't worry, I'll give you a snack, Rio. You just didn't get a snack for not being so friendly with that other dog, and he was willing to say hi. But I know you weren't being mean. But you can't sound like that, or else his parents aren't going to want to say hi, right? They might think you're being mean when you're really just trying to say hi. You're just a little more cautious. Maggie K, good morning. I thought Oklahoma was flat. This is not Oklahoma, if that's what you were asking about. I am in New Mexico right now. But you are correct. Generally, Oklahoma is a very flat state. I don't know much about their geography, but I wonder if they even have a mountain range. Maybe somebody can answer that in the chat. I'm curious if they have any mountain ranges or a mountain range in Oklahoma. Kind of like Texas, right? Isn't Texas completely flat? And I know we've got some viewers from Texas. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, like, you know, give out your information. But if you don't care, I'm curious. Do they have mountains in Texas? Uh-oh, Texas. When I drove through Oklahoma and Texas, it was all flat. Beautiful, though. Yeah, okay. No, I mean, very beautiful. Plains areas are very beautiful. But, yeah, I'm definitely got to be around some mountains. At least minimum a river or a large lake, you know, some type of body of water. But I don't know if I could survive on just, like, flat land, no mountains, and no river next to me. That would be rough. You can see the small downtown here. Nothing impressive. Just, I don't even know, what is that, like maybe a 6 to 8 story. That might even be like a 10-story building downtown. That's it. Nice, beautiful little town. But for me, being an outdoors person, I enjoyed growing up and living here. It was a blast. Now, it is also a college town. And I mean, when I was going to college, where, you know, I actually, right out of high school, I enlisted in the military. And then I tried to do some schooling afterwards, mostly online. But I would have to come down to the local. I had a few classes that were actually at one of the community branches that were actually on the main campus here. And it's a nice campus, you know, and during that time, Juarez was, and I was going to Juarez, Mexico, even before that, you know. But even after that time, during that time, you know, you could still go down to Mexico and have a lot of fun. So, yeah, I mean, you know, there's bars and clubs here. El Paso, Texas is just about 30 to 45 minutes away from here. So there's a lot of nightlife there. But for the most part, a lot of the youngsters used to just travel down to Mexico from here and go have fun there. But that's changed completely. I'm from Santa Fe and I couldn't live anywhere else. Hey, nice. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping to take Stick to Santa Fe. So we might actually be doing an IRL adventure stop there. So, hey, you might recognize some of the places we're at. And if you want to come down and say hi, by all means, you are more than welcome to. And that goes out to anybody. If we're going to be near any of the areas that you guys are going to be at and you want to come down and say hi, like I said, open invitation. Anybody that wants to join me and Stick on the June 20th public court hearing, you're more than welcome to meet us down there, and I'll get you all the info. But, yeah, I mean, by all means, it'd be cool to meet a lot of people and say and actually see, you know, faces to the names I see. So Ono says Texas tends to be flat, has mountains west of the Pecos River, Guadalupe Peak, and the Guadalupe. Yeah, you are correct. See, I should remember that. Duh. That's even because, see, I forget that. So, like, even down here, so there's, when you get into El Paso, Texas, there's a little town called Anthony. And it's split into Anthony, New Mexico, and Anthony, Texas. And you are correct. There are, when you're kind of near the New Mexico border, and let's see what, maybe, trying to think where else Texas my border. But I know that there's a little bit of the mountain that actually comes into that area. So, although it's a small bit, oh, and actually, I'm dumb. They got the Franklin Mountains right in El Paso. See, and the reason I don't think they're mountains, they look more like hills to me. But technically, they are mountains. Oh, I even forgot there's some just right down from me. But I don't really consider, even though it is Texas, it's so close to New Mexico and Mexico. New Mexico and the country of Mexico. El Paso's its like own little like sovereign city kind of. Hey, thanks Brandy, good morning. I'll do a little spin around here. We're kind of closer, so if you join me for the walk and talk, or not, yeah, well not walk and talk, but when we went hunting for the Skimask, I was over closer to that peak you see in front of me. Here, I'll zoom in for you. That was Picacho Peak right there. So we were really close to that last time when we were looking for the Skimask. So when we were over there, we were looking towards the mountains. We were facing the east. So now we're closer to the Oregons right here. We're closer to the valley, which is why you can see all the green. Because the river's going to be right here. And it's a beautiful, from up here, you got a gorgeous view of the city and everything, like I said, all the surrounding mountains. So is it just hot and dry there most of the year? It rained last night pretty hard, but yes, for the most part, it is hot. It gets over 100 degrees in the summer. I wouldn't say it'd be as intense as like Phoenix hot. And there is no humidity for the most part. So that's the nice thing. I mean, honestly, I've felt more uncomfortable being down in, what was it? Oh man, Houston, the Houston area. I forgot where I was staying at. I was in like right there in the city. League City. There you go. I was in League City, Texas. And man, I mean, even in the mornings, I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, you know, I had to look nice. I was at a conference type of thing. And, man, that humidity just kills you. I couldn't take it. But, yes, it is for the most part hot and dry. You are correct. Munster Mask, welcome. And if I've not said hi to some of the new names coming in, I apologize. I sometimes will catch it when I'm looking down. I love when the clouds are like this. That's why I think the director, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, which if you know was actually, filmed in Albuquerque, New Mexico for most part. I think all of it. They might have done some shots in California, but they do a lot of the sky shots, the clouds, because here in the Southwest, the sky is amazing. When you get these really cool clouds, oh man, it looks so cool. All right, how you guys doing? I didn't forget about you guys, huh? You guys been kind of quiet. Here, let me entangle your leash a bit. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a it's not necessarily we're gonna do some court coverage updates if there's anything that I feel needs to be updated. For the most part, nothing's changed as far as what we discussed on the court coverage our big court coverage update and the Skimask bullshit 10-year extravaganza. And that's where, we showed like the DUI driving video of Blade. We showed a little bit of Cheeto popped up again when he's looks like, according to the paperwork we looked at, he's on probation and shouldn't be drinking and probably shouldn't be streaming, and he was doing both of those things, so we know he's breaking probation, allegedly. We went over Sonny IRL a bit. He still appears to be out of the country, and he's got a court hearing coming up very soon in July, as a matter of fact, I believe. So that's kind of going to be up in the air as to did he run? Is the bonds company even aware, that he's fled the country? And the other question we had in regards to all this was, how did he even flee the country? Let's just say he was on that. He paid a $25,000 bond. Most of the time when you pay a big bond like that and you're going to try to attempt to even leave the state, you've got to check in with your bonds person to let him know. I don't even think, and that might be like a no, okay? I doubt that they would let him, especially on a $25,000 bond, travel to India, okay? And if they had word of that, they'd probably ask the judge to, try to revoke his passport or hold it. And that could have even been part of the, as far as not sentencing, he hasn't been sentenced, but as far as his bond conditions, excuse me. So there's a lot as far as what's going on with that. And I mean, truthfully, coming so close to July, I doubt that he's going to be showing up. Again, I can't say that. I'm not a fortune teller, but the way it's looking, and, he's had a lot of people in chat obviously asking him about this. I don't know if they've caught wind of this information from this channel or from other sources, but there are other people that participate in his chat actively and have made him aware that they know that he's got a court date in July, and he doesn't seem to be too happy about it and doesn't speak on it. He just ignores it. So, which he, is his private, he's got every right to his privacy. But yeah, so who knows about that? So we may have some more updates on some of the stuff we spoke about last time, but primarily, I'm hoping to probably set up like an open panel type of thing. I want to invite Stick on there so we can kind of discuss more of our itinerary and share that with everybody, and maybe even get some ideas from you guys. I've already read some of the comments. We got an invitation from Super Roofer to do some fishing. So yeah, definitely be interested in hanging out with the chat. We'll get Stick on there if he's available. I still haven't talked to him about it, so I'm not trying to make plans without asking him, of course. And then we are going to be discussing a little bit of Skimask. Like I said, I've got a lot of clips that some of you may have already seen, but for the most part, it's not the replay or the VOD has been taken off. So if you haven't seen if you didn't catch it on the live stream, there's a good chance that you haven't seen this. And so I have a lot of these clips that are going to show you a lot of the really bad stuff he said in regards to some of his mods, the affiliation that he made with this neo-Nazi term and what it means, and then he even confirmed it. And pretty much, what I would interpretate from what he said when he did it and ended his life. That was it. He said it and then ended the live. It was just like him pretty much doing like a gang call, right? You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it kind of seemed like, and I don't know what that was all about, but obviously we know the term had to do with the neo-Nazi group, and he verified that at the end of his live stream when he said whatever. And like I said, I caught that. He deleted that with a quickness, okay? And as a matter of fact, I caught a little bit of it, but thankfully, and I'm not going to say who it was, maybe they don't care, but I'll let them say that. But a very nice friend of mine in Instagram was able to catch that, clip it, and send it over to me. And it was the complete little, like I said, little thing he said, and then he ended the stream. So, yeah, it should be a really interesting show. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the trip, which is going to be fun. But most importantly, we're going to go over some of those clips that I hope is finally just going to end this nonsense with these last of these, whatever you call them, Ski's wives, the last of the cult members, whomever, because, hey, if they're leaving now, they're doing the right thing. But like I said, we've seen plenty of them relapse again, and they'll be back there tomorrow, later this afternoon. But I hope they can just wait out for tomorrow. Because I think after they rewatch these clips, and for the most part, a lot of them, they were there. They can say they weren't, but they were there. If I was to actually show you the whole clip where I can show you the chat, and I might just do that. I might just cut the chat in one piece and the clip, you know, in another piece, so you can see both simultaneously going on. You'll see who was there, okay? So they can't say they weren't there, but he ripped through a lot of them. There's some crosses down there. I wonder if those are for pets or if those are just like maybe an old cemetery that was just kind of uncovered. Interesting. Just kind of here out in the middle of nowhere. I'll zoom in there and show you guys what I mean. Let me grab the... All right, there's no dogs coming here. Let me see. You guys see it right there? Hold on. Dobby, come here. They're right there. Sorry. Kind of right there-ish. The tip of my thumb. Those two kind of things. The one looks like a fire hydrant. Whoa, what is that? Oh, that was a bunny running. Did you see that bunny running there? Oh, I'm glad Dobby didn't see that. He would have flown down there and he would have picked up stickers. Oh, it would have been a mess. But let me zoom back out here. Oh. Zen asked, did he ever say what he didn't do, what he needed to do? I'm sorry, Zen. I'm not sure what you were referring to. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. We do fall in a lot of different rabbit holes sometimes, you know. It happens. But the good thing is we realize what we've done. We get out. Not saying anything, we did anything bad, but we just realize that it's just bad shit. It's just crap. It's just nasty rhetoric, and it's just toxic for yourself, you know. Just mentally, you can really fuck yourself over just watching toxicity all day long. I mean, I'll tell you this. When I started and I'm not that I've ended it, you know, I'm just not clipping as much as I'd like to. But when this channel was just primarily a clipping channel only and wasn't starting the court coverage and doing a lot of the IRL streams, all I did was clip, right? So I was just clipping all these toxic people all day long when I had the time to. And most of it came at night, okay? I would, you know, obviously I'm working and at night, you know, and I do have days that I'm not working and I have breaks, which I can clip at, but primarily I did this at night, okay? Because I don't sleep. And, man, I'll tell you, 3 months of doing that, I would have times where my mind was just so toxic, like it was just literally clouded. Like I couldn't even function that day. I couldn't think clear. I would literally almost have to take a day off just for my mind to reset from just all the toxicity, you know. And I'm not even kidding you. I know, and I've had a lot of people actually talk to me about this. And that's why I think what Skimask is doing right now, obviously he's got so many problems he needs to start chipping away at, or else it's going to get bad for the guy, especially at the age he's at right now. But that guy, not only does he just have so many of just problems he needs to take care of and owes, you know, to the victims and the courts, the time that, you know, he was sentenced to, essentially, or at some point, just even acknowledging what he's done is wrong, because he hasn't even shown up to the first court case, like in New Jersey or Nevada, where he's got warrants out. This dude mentally, you know, has got to be just fucking, oh my gosh. I mean, think about how your mind's going to be when all you do is just talk toxicity. All you rant about is just nasty, you know, shit rhetoric all day long. You're just locked up in some gloomy, dark room, you know, having these fucking fits of rage. And I mean, honestly, I think it's really fucked up what he does, just for the disrespect of his parents being down the hallway, okay? And if you don't think those people can't hear him when he's fucking bumping that music and screaming and yelling the N-word and all that shit, oh, you're much mistaken, okay? I'm not even kidding you. He's literally got to be probably less than 10 to 12 feet down the hallway from his parents' bedroom door. So, and the worst part of it is, I don't know if some of you are aware, his home is like it's a split home type of thing, okay? I don't know what type of situation they're in, and I don't care if it's some type of housing, sectional housing, whatever. But essentially, it's like a regular size home split in half. So you know that the people, the neighbors, essentially, they share that same HVAC system. You don't think that they fucking smell all that nasty blunt smoke coming through? And I've said this before, and I hate to repeat myself, but... And same thing with all his yelling and the music. I mean, think about being his neighbors, right? When they came over and started banging on his fucking window and rammed down his door. They probably thought somebody was fucking breaking into their house. I mean, they probably freaked out. Trust me. Good morning. So, yeah, I mean, I feel bad for those neighbors, because if it's been the same neighbors living there for as long as he's been leeching off of mom and dad, I'm sure those people have witnessed the police at that house well over 7 times, I can tell you that, just based on his fucking criminal record in there in Broken Arrow. Duplex Dave. Yeah, well, and like I said, I'm not trying to down anything about living situation. Like I said before, I'm a minimalist. I prefer very small spaces to live in, but I certainly am not going to be sharing a small space next to somebody else and fucking bumping my music, you know, from 12 at night till 5 in the morning, and then doing it again from 6 in the morning. Or no, remember, he takes his little power naps usually from, like, you know, he'll stream like an early morning till about 7. I think he cuts off around then, and then, you know, he'll take a little nap till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So basically the only time any of those people have any peace, including his parents and neighbors, is between the hours of, you know, 9 in the morning till about 1, when little Skiwee's taking his little fucking weed nap. Show you some more views here as we're walking. All right. Oh man, there's a nice little cool breeze. Oh, good job, guys. We're making some good movement here, man. Good pace. We're almost down at the other end. Almost made it to the city has one mall in it, and we're almost there. I wonder if they still got a Chick-fil-A at the mall. Go get us some Chick-fil-A breakfast this morning. Hey, Optic Shrooms, and I see a Michelle in chat. Good morning. Sorry if I missed anybody else that may have came in. Like I said, I'm usually looking down at chat, but I am also walking my pooches, so I've got to pay attention to the ground sometimes. All right, hold on, guys. Let's take a little pant pull-up break here. Whew. Oh, and I don't know who it was. I think it was Gold Girl 9 Rodriguez, but I may be mistaken, and I'm not sure if they're in chat or whomever it was that had asked. But I did finally get that Venmo link set up. I think I may have pinned it, but if I didn't, it's in the description. Because somebody had asked me last live stream to please put up a Venmo link, and I just didn't want him thinking I had forgot about that. So if you're in here, I think I pinned it, but if I didn't, you can find it in the description. I'm pretty sure it was Gold Girl 9 Rodriguez. I might be mistaken. All right. So we're going to take a little water break here at the end of this ditch here, and we're almost getting there. Dogs look great. They're doing good. Zen says, well, on a positive note, he isn't fighting anymore, so that's good. Cat Crazy laughing out loud. I don't know if I'm just kind of butting in, sorry, into your guys' conversation. I don't know if when you guys were followed me, if you were there when I did the live stream after the court hearing the first time I was there in Tulsa. So when Skimask didn't show up, I decided, you know, I didn't want to waste my day there at the courthouse since I had already walked down there. So that's when I actually, luckily, and this doesn't happen all the time, But luckily, the clerk's office, the county clerk's office, was in that same courthouse building. So I got to just literally just went upstairs and one level and walked right into the county clerk's office. Didn't even have to wait. Walked up to a very nice, associate, or I guess you would just call like a clerk. And they were able to get that information to me through a FOIA request in about 5 minutes or less. And the information that we requested was the incident summary report of what happened for this last case that Skimask is going back to the court on the 20th for, which he's not going back for the charges. Obviously, he was already sentenced. He was given a plea deal in lieu of a 90-day jail sentence. He's going back on the 20th because he did not show up to probation, didn't go to an anger management class, and he didn't make one single payment towards his payment plan that he made. So, and in addition to that, he's also got a separate court hearing just for the payment plan, and that's going to be the one on the 16th. So there's two of them, just so people don't get confused. Two court dates, June 16th, or not June, yeah, June 16th and June 20th. We will be attending the court date on June 20th. So, yeah, he's, it's like I said, these aren't just like first hearings. Oh, okay, not guilty, I need a lawyer. No. He's going to be facing, he's of course going to sit there and try to dumb this down. But like I said before, just keep watching. And I don't care as tough as he's going to try to act. As soon as we start getting closer in that countdown, you're going to start seeing a whole different ski coming out. Because the guy's going to start realizing, it's just kind of like, and I'm I was the same way. I used to leave my homework till the last minute, or, a project till the night before. But honestly, and I know I would never, tell if I had kids, teach my kids to do this, with their own schoolwork. But that was just the way it motivated me. I almost did a better job doing my project the night before. Obviously if it was something that did need, obviously going to take days, like, I'm gluing stuff or something like of an artistic sort, sure. But, if it's just, hey, I got to write a 10-page essay, shit, I'll wait the night before and write the 10 pages out. I will definitely do that. But with but hey, I'm not going to lie. Am I still freaking out the night before? Absolutely, okay? It's all kind of fun and games, not worrying about it while all your other classmates are working on it all week, right? But then when that night before comes and your classmates are all tucked in bed and don't got to worry about anything because they finished their project the day before, you're the one freaking out, working through the whole night, through the morning, showing up 5 minutes tardy to, class the next day. But hey, at least you got the essay done, right? So, but yeah, I don't care how that guy tries to look or act or talk it through. He is definitely going to start freaking out as we get closer because he knows what's going to happen possibly. He could possibly be facing some jail time. You hear anything on the controller case, homie? Well, Cesar, I'm not sure if you've heard, but we broke some news not too long ago, which was her case got indicted, my friend. Now, if you've already heard that news and you're asking for an update from that, the only update I can tell you is that Controlla herself seems to have gone on a rant just a few days ago, I think it's been. I didn't clip it. I don't have it posted. I've just heard it from other clips. But apparently she has acknowledged the fact that she has learned about the indictment. As a matter of fact, the reason she seemed upset, and I'm sure it was over other things, but one thing that she did mention in this rant was the fact that she was upset that she supposedly learned about this information through the internet, which would have been through the NJCourts announcement, rather than, I guess, from her lawyer or learning it through her own self. Now, I find that very hard to believe, and obviously, my personal opinion, Controlla is a serial liar. So anything she says, I take it just as bullshit pretty much until I can verify stuff. But who knows? But Cesar, that's the only update I can give you. I have heard some type of talk that She's supposedly trying to get her chat to donate money because she was trying to look into hiring a lawyer. I don't know. Like I said, that's all hearsay. I'm just more interested in actual court updates and court dates and court information. So as we progress with that case, I will definitely keep you updated. But for right now, pretty much the next hearing is going to be, what did we say? July 12th, I believe. And I will verify that for you tomorrow, Cesar. But she does have a hearing date already set. And that's going to be for a post-indictment conference. So pretty much, and again, I mean, it would probably behoove her to take the plea deal. But, you know, she does got some time before this goes to a jury trial to take a plea deal. And I'm sure both the prosecutor's office and her public defender are going to be pushing that as much as they can. But according to Controlla, she said she wanted to take this all the way to the jury because she feels she's not guilty, and she has every right to. The only issue is with that is if she is found guilty, she's going to be looking at some serious, you know, sentencing as compared to taking the plea deal. Either way, both situations aren't good for her, okay? I mean, for her, as far as helping her, you know, change her ways, absolutely they will be, you know, because I'm sure it's going to include some type of probation, and hopefully it's going to benefit her, okay? But I can tell you this, you know, she's not going to be, her personally, she's not going to be happy either way, whether she takes the plea deal or she doesn't. I just hope she does the right thing for her family. She shouldn't put her daughter first before her, what she wants to do. But Cesar, as of right now, there is just one court date that's going to be coming up, and that's going to be as much of an update as I have. I will get you that exact date. Maybe if somebody in chat knows or remembers. I'm pretty sure it was July 12th, but again, I could be mistaken. I got so many dates in my head right now, it's not even funny. All right, guys, let's do a little water break here. Actually, you know what? No, we're almost to the end. Oh, there's a Roadrunner right there. You guys see it? Oh, it flew. Look at it, it's gliding. That's cool. Yeah, I got to see a little bit. Oh, there's another one. There was 2 Roadrunners. Cool. That's awesome. I don't usually see them gliding off like that. Usually they'll just run. But they were on a little hill, so they just kind of glided off of it. Hey, Super Roofer, back. Good to see you, my friend. Well, we are almost down to the end of the one ditch here. We walked pretty far, so we're going to take a nice water break. And then we're going to walk back before the sun's already up, obviously, but before it starts getting too warm. Yeah, you're welcome, Cesar. Anytime. And, actually, never mind. I was just going to repeat myself again. Maybe the sun's getting to me now. Uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a desert rat. I'm used to this heat and sun. Now, like I said, the humidity, that's a different story. Give you guys kind of a nice little view of the city. Starting to get closer, like I said, to the southern end of the city. That's where they got the college campus, NMSU, New Mexico State University, the Aggies. Not the Texas Aggies, which I believe is, what is that? University of Texas? No, that's the Longhorns. I forget the exact name of the college, but there's 2, you know, most times there people know those Aggies because it's a much bigger school. But yeah, no, we're another Aggies here. But yeah, it's a small little community. I like it, you know. It's close to 2 big cities, El Paso and Albuquerque. And this is where I grew up here, was here in Las Cruces. But, and then, of course, it was fun when it was safe because we were down, you know, literally you could take a quick trip, almost just about an hour's drive, and you were in Juarez, Mexico. So that was real cool to be able to, you know, visit another country essentially in 1 hour. Which I know a lot of my northern viewer friends, you know, have that same ability to like go to Canada. All right, it's kind of breezy here. Let's do our little water break here, guys. Because I know you guys are probably kind of thirsty because we walked quite a bit. And we've got a little bit of a walk back. So let's get you guys hydrated. All right, excuse me really quick, y'all. As a matter of fact, I think I brought my, oh no, I didn't bring my backpack. I was gonna say I brought my tripod just in case I needed to use it, which was now, but it's all right. I can do this one-handed, I think. Hold on, guys. I need a port. That's the tricky part. Hold on. Real, let me see, because I don't want to waste any water. You guys need all the water you can. All right, finish that first, and then I'll give you some more. Yeah, they're both down in some water. Thank you, the WAP 99, Texas A&M. You got it. And thank you, Peter Alonso, and welcome. I don't know if I said good morning to both of y'all. Damn. Were you walking or driving when you got hit, Super Roofer? And what part of Mexico were you in, if you don't mind sharing? Hold on, Dobbs. Did you guys want? Okay, let me get you some more. Hold on. All right, there you go. That's 32 ounces of agua. Ono says, I'm from Virginia, hotter in Texas due to the humidity difference. Whew. Walking. Okay, I had a feeling that's what you're referring to. Dang. Well, I hope you were okay. Oh, Tijuana? Okay. So, Hobby Hater, that's a good question. I was actually going to post that today, and thank you for reminding me. I knew I missed something. So, I was actually noticed this morning, one of his, I believe it was off of his main channel. So the one that's monetized is not his main. It's his Mr. Nobody channel. I believe his main channel, if you clicked on one of his videos from his last live stream that he went on this morning, because he switches, this guy's pretty much switching back and forth, okay? I've got a few reasons as to why. I'm not going to go there today. We'll go there, probably discuss that tomorrow, but really quick, I will tell you this. When I clicked on one of his live streams, it says that it was taken down for hate speech. Did anybody else see that this morning? And I can tell you this. If that got taken down for hate speech, I'm almost 100% certain that he did get a strike. Especially since that's his main channel, which he's gotten plenty of strikes for harassment, hate speech, stuff like that. And honestly, I didn't think they took hate speech too kindly. So I don't know what's going on with that, but, you know, he's obviously not going to talk a lot about it or doesn't want that information exposed because, you know, he doesn't want people knowing he's got strikes because then, you know, people are going to start watching and reporting him more, which, hey, if he's breaking TOS or doing things he's not supposed to, then by all means, okay? That's why those, you know, those things are put in place. You know, that's why they allow people to flag videos. You know, YouTube can't watch everybody. Be impossible. So they rely on the viewers to help them, you know, and to help, you know, let them know or become aware of channels like this, you know, especially ones that he's posting literally fucking rhetoric and, you know, literally, I mean, it's not even, assumption. You Google that number. The first thing that pops up is the definition, which has to do with a neo-Nazi term, okay? I don't think YouTube wants that posted up as a title on their platform. Nonetheless, the guy, you know, throwing out the whatever little claim or little call sign for that same neo-Nazi group at the end of one of his videos. And then what he's doing, and I don't know if some of you noticed, this is what's really pissing me off because it's kind of difficult to report to YouTube. But what he's doing now is he's going to his main channel whenever he wants to discuss or, you know, go on some type of racist rant or pretty much do something that he knows is going to be illegal or against TOS. Then when he just wants to do a normal, wholesome little stream for cash or for donations, he jumps on his monetized channel. But I can tell you this, because the guy, it's just natural for him, okay? And that's the scary thing, okay? That's why when he says, oh, I'm just an actor, I'm just acting, it's not, okay? Because you can watch, even on his monetized channel, he's already caught himself a few times where he's done something against TOS, and what does he do? He ends the live stream, and then he takes it off. Rio, we're going to go this way. We're heading back. No. I know you want to go that way more, but we got to turn around. Especially with Dobby. Dob can't walk as far as you can, Bubba. All right, guys, let's head back. They drank all their water, so they're ready to go. But, yeah, so what he's doing essentially is just bouncing back and forth between the two channels, using one to break TOS and using the monetized channel just when he wants to do a regular stream, essentially. And that's not right. That's not how you're supposed to use two channels or, you know, I'll tell you this, okay? If my fucking parents worked at YouTube and I could directly contact somebody there, they would have already shut that channel down, okay? Just for the based alone on half of the shit he's done, okay? So he's just, the reason he's still around is just because, unfortunately, he has become one of these other shit channels that falls through these cracks. Because, again, there's just millions of channels going through every day and videos, and it's just impossible, you know, for humans, essentially. And, you know, they got the analytics and they got the AI programs to screen through this stuff. But even then, it can't be perfect, you know. And then you got people that can kind of figure out ways to work around that. Kind of like with the whole, you know, ban evading thing like Michelle and him do, you know. Just creating another channel and, you know, using a different email. And yeah, eventually they get caught. But, hey, they can, as long as they're up there and they can go on live a few times, that's all they need to be able to do something really bad, you know. Cause something bad for an individual, you know, dox somebody, make somebody's living conditions dangerous. So, yeah, I mean, they shouldn't even be allowed to even do that. But I get it. I know it's hard to, you know, watch all the videos and all the channels and figure all that out. But we'll see. But, yeah. Hey, Casey, girl, good to see you back. But, yeah, there's definitely something fishy going on with that, the whole, I mean, like I said, it's not fishy. I mean, he did get a fucking, his channel, his video got taken down, obviously, for hate speech. But usually that equates to a channel strike. Come here, Dobbs. How are you, man? How are you? Oh, I guess I didn't. I know why he's slipping out of his collar. I didn't tighten it a lot. Well, I don't want it tight anyways, but I just don't like that he's learning how to slip out of it. All right, come on, guys. Rio, step over. Oh, no. Well, you did step over. Sorry, you were listening. Hold on. Step over that first leash. Step over. No, Rio, hold on. All right, here. Step over. No, Rio. Hold on. Step over. Hold on. You know what step over is? There you go. Come on, Rio. Let's go this way. Man, I'm like, you guys want to head back yet? They're just like playing around here. I'm like, all right. You guys got the energy still. I just thought we walked quite a bit. I've got my stunner shades on and I got to start learning more about the whole YouTube music program. Because that's the one thing I always miss is being able to play some music in the background, you know, or stuff like that. But, and you can. There's just a way to go about it. They have this pretty much like a studio full of all these like songs and stuff that you can use. But what I don't understand yet is, and it doesn't matter to me because I don't make, you know, this channel doesn't make money off of ad revenue. I mean, it helps, but it's not, I guess, you know, if you were a channel where you got, you know, videos where you're getting millions of views, sure, you know, maybe all this matters. But essentially, you can play music. Where I was going with this is you can play music, but you've got to kind of like pay or split your ad revenue for it. And I think there are some, you know, music or, you know, there's songs or music that is completely free, but, and I don't mind splitting ad revenue for it. I just don't know how it works since I know I don't get much. I mean, I don't know what do they do. Let me play like, you know, 10 seconds of a song, you know, because all I can, you know, all I'm going to make averagely is, you know, 0.001 cent of, you know, I don't know, but, I do want to look into more of that because if I can start putting music without getting, you know, in trouble with copyright stuff, that would be fun. I used to do it all the time, of course, when this channel wasn't monetized and I didn't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. But now when the channel's monetized, they take that stuff serious, so you really got to be on top of it. Does anybody got any updates for me on Blade? Is he still at the RV? I haven't been watching much of the RV lately. That's getting a little bit too toxic for me. The last time I just checked up on him was that video I showed of when they got the police called on them. And then I'd seen some video where like chickens laying on a Blade, or Blade's passed out and they're messing with them. But I'm just curious if he's been, if Bex started to talk to him, or if he's still a single man. Because, man, I'll tell you what, the way that guy has been going these last few days on that RV, or whenever that clip was made that we played, he's not going to last too long. Oh, that was another thing. Damn it, Rio. You laid out a mean number 2 here. Hold on, I don't want to get that on the camera, especially if you guys are eating breakfast. Woo! I saw a picture, and this is a recent one, of his leg holes. Have you guys seen that yet? Okay, Riot Coke, thank you. Did you guys, Riot Coke, I'm sure you saw that. Holy crap! If some of you aren't familiar with Blade, I don't have time to explain it. You can just Google search it, or not Google. I'm sure you could Google search him, but you can just go through YouTube search, and that you'll easily find that rabbit hole. But for some of you that are familiar with Blade, you know, there's always been the meme about his leg holes, you know, and it's not even a meme. The guy really's got this issue that he's got, you know, these leg holes. I mean, they're literally, as they say, they're holes in his legs, and I mean, they don't look good. Come on, Dobbs, what do you want to do? Which way you want to go? We got to go this way. Hold on, let me get your collar back on there. I just don't want to tighten it, but if you're going to back out of it... Come on, there you go. There you go. All right, here we go. Now we're walking the right way. All right, and there's a nice little breeze out there. But, yeah, so he's got legit leg holes, which pretty much, I mean, I don't know the exact source of it. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I know I've said that before, but I will tell you this. The guy, I believe, is a diabetic, a very serious one, and he's obviously an alcoholic, and he's been like that for decades, more probably at this point. And, man, I saw a recent picture, and it's horrible. They look horrible. I mean, honestly, and I mean, I don't know, the only time I've even looked close to that is when I was like a kid. I got just bit bad when I was at summer camp once by some horse flies or mosquitoes, and I mean, they just left my leg, you know, looking like trash. I mean, it was nasty. And then, you know, you're scratching it and you get the scabs. But this guy, those ain't no mosquito bites. They are legit holes in his legs, and it looks horrible. I mean, if that guy isn't in a fucking hospital right now and you're telling me he's still on the RV just drinking it away, and I'm not going to sit here and say this, but that guy is not going to make it too long, and I'm not going to sit here and say when I think, but he needs to get his health going quick, because he's running out of time. Those holes look disgusting. I mean, horrible. Julia, welcome. Julia says he's got blood clots and probably needs stents. Or wait, I'm sorry. Is that what it says? Yeah, stents, or he could have a heart attack. And then I saw somebody else say something. Let me see. So Right Coke says, I know about YouTube music on YouTube. If you play a song, the YouTube bot will... and claim it. Yeah, those bots are on the quick. I wish they had those bots working whenever you got Skimask calling people the N-word and saying he's going to kill them. Damn, you play a song, though, like 2 seconds, that's already claimed. Okay, I thought somebody had said something else about his leg holes. But I just saw Julia's comment here. And I'm sorry if somebody else had mentioned what they thought it was. that has some medical history or, you know, works in that field or profession. Sorry if I missed it. By the way, he promised a workout stream today. He didn't drink. Who is that, Blade? And was he drunk when he made this promise? Good old water tank. It's a storage facility right there, I think. That's to the west of me, and then to the east, we've got this little open area, some houses, and then the Oregon Mountains in the background. Stoned out, welcome. Holes in my leg, Jaeger in my cup, figure it out. Holes in my leg, Jaeger in my cup, figure it out. That song was good, man. I'll tell you what, out of all the... Oh, watch. There's a Roadrunner right in front of me. Let me see if I can zoom in and catch it. Maybe this one will flutter away. So it's right there. Why can't you see my finger? Oh, there's my finger. Oops. I forgot on the gimbal I can use the tilt to adjust. Alright, so it's right. I can't point on it for some reason, but yeah. Watch, I bet you're going to see it flutter away as I get closer. Hold on, Rio. Hold on. Oh, there it is. It's walking across. There it is. I think there's two of them right there. Yeah. Those must be the same two that flew away and they're back. I wonder if there's some baby Roadrunners around. That's why they came back. Because I figure if they flew away, why would they come back again? Alright, I just want to keep them on there. That way you guys can see them. Alright, cool. We're getting closer to them, so they're probably going to fly away. Oh, there they go. Hold on. Man, these Roadrunners aren't scared. They must be guarding. I know there must be babies because they're not fluttered. They're not scared, man. Oh, he just fluttered away. But I guarantee you they're going to come back over here. Hold on, let me zoom back out since they fluttered away. All right, there we go. I've actually seen Roadrunner Super Roofer on a path that I used to walk a lot, that they were so friendly, they wouldn't even run away from the dogs. I mean, if you had something that they wanted to eat, they would probably come right to your hand and eat it. You could toss some food and they'd eat it. But you obviously can tell they were super, you know, they've been domesticated just by people feeding them around there. Oh, I love Roadrunners. They're the state bird of New Mexico. But I just find them very majestic. They're really cool. I don't know, maybe it had to do with watching them as a kid, you know. I used to always watch Roadrunner, Coyote and Roadrunner. And, yeah, I just think they're really cool because just the way they run, you know, and they're fast and they can still fly, you know. It's pretty cool. My favorite, you always catch them. I like to catch a Roadrunner when it's got a lizard in its mouth, you know. Just got a fresh catch of a lizard, little snake. It's walking around with it hanging out of its mouth. I see that every once in a while. That's pretty cool. Did I grab everything? Yeah, okay. We got your water bottle. We got your poop bag. Just want to make sure I didn't leave anything. Okay, keys. As long as I got keys. Oh, my wallet. Keys. All right, keys, wallet, and phone. We're good. We can survive another day. Oh, hobby hater Dobby he is very food orientated, and he loves anything that moves. He likes to chase after, regardless of its size, which is scary sometimes. Lego Enjoyer, I'm faster. Welcome, good morning. Gardener snake. I've seen a big one before, and that thing scared the hell out of me. You know, when they're pretty big, they look like a rattler from the distance. And this thing was going across the bike trail one time, and it was just taking its sweet time, man. And I was like, hell no. Then as I got closer, I could tell, you know, it wasn't a rattler. So then I was like, all right, cool. Just kind of went around it. But if it was a rattler, I would have just gone the other way. Or definitely gone around it, but a lot further around it. Oh, sweet. Super Roofer, I'll have to check that out. Those videos you sent me were freaking intense. Those were cool, man. It's fucking crazy ass roofers. Friend says, grateful here we don't have a snake roofer. Oh my God, I would die seeing one close to me. Yeah, I'm not big, although I grew up in the Southwest, I do not like rattlesnakes specifically. They terrify me. I've just seen some of the bites from them. Not personally. I personally don't know, thank God, anybody that's been bit by a rattlesnake. Actually, no, I do know someone, but I didn't, like, obviously see when it happened or anything. I just know because they told me about it. But they told me personally that it is the worst pain they've ever had. And this guy said he's broken some bones before. He was a tough dude, man. He's one of my staff sergeants. And I've seen pictures of the results of rattlesnake bites and other bites. And it is horrific what it does to the human body. I almost stepped on my boat, stepping out of my boat. Okay, I was going to say if it was in your boat. Yeah, I've walked up to quite a bit of rattlesnakes before. That's why I'm glad they do rattle. That's that heart dropper right there when you hear that. What I always have a fear is I do a lot of climbing, outdoor climbing. And although, you know, you want to climb out when it's the morning or in the afternoon, or not afternoon, late afternoon when it's turning evening and dusk, because obviously it's cool. But my fear is always just, you know, climbing up and put my hand right there in a nice little, you know, hold or a crevice or a crack, and there's a nice rattler just waiting for me. And I've heard plenty of stories from some of the other climbers that I climb with that, you know, they've encountered either themselves or somebody, you know, they know that's, you know, has had that happen to them. I mean, and not only is that going to suck because most likely you're going to get bit, but most likely you're probably going to let go. And hopefully, which, I mean, it's not hopefully, your partner down below should be paying attention and should be able to catch you. And I don't mean physically catch you, I mean on the belay device. If you guys are climbers, you know what I mean. Super Roofer, you've had one on your boat. See, I can see them sneaking up or crawling into a boat somehow. Yeah, but not a fan of snakes. Not at all. Ono says, my son, when little, while playing disc golf, went straight up to a baby ooh, those are dangerous. Rattlesnake. And thank God we caught him just in time. Scared the shit out of me. Oh, golly. I could just imagine. Holy moly. And then, like you said, you know, as a kid, you know, a little baby snake looks cute, right? Oh my gosh. Oh God. Yeah, that's terrifying. Oh no. Honestly, if I had kids, you know, as like, you know, not that I'm careless, but, you know, for myself, I don't mind hiking in a lot of these areas where I know there's rattlesnakes, but I don't know, I probably would not take my kids out there as much of a hiker as I was, and my parents took me out as a young kid until it was not rattlesnake season. But yeah, I don't know. I just know how kids are. But I don't know, I say that and it's like, yeah, watch, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna be like having them climbing with me when they're like 5 and 6 and which, hey, a lot of my climbing partners that have children, they get introduced at a really young age. You'd be surprised. It's funny seeing some of these junior climbers. Not only are they fucking really good because they're little fucking, you know, they're all little spider monkeys with all their agility they have. But, you know, it's kind of a cool, amazing thing to see a little kid, you know, rappelling down a big old cliff, or, you know, participating in a multi-pitch climb with a bunch of adults, you know, and it's like, whoa, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, no. Thanks for posting that, Super Roofer. And you guys check it out. He does a lot of fishing stuff. So if you're into fishing, I believe you've got quite a bit of videos on there, correct, Super Roofer? Good morning, Deb J. Beep, beep, beep. My buddy used to have an old Roadrunner. And for some of you that may not know what I'm referring to, it's a car. Old classic car. And what was really cool about it is it had the little decal of the, you know, the cartoon character on the side of it. And if you pressed on the horn, it sounded just like the beep 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 it was supposed to be. All right, got some guys coming up here on this ditch. I hope, yeah, we should be fine. I saw some other people running. I'm like, I know I've been on this part of the ditch before and it's public. I'm sure the end we started on is still public. But maybe they're coming over here to hem us up. Or maybe I just can't see very well and that's a bicyclist with a reflective vest on there. Nah, they're just working. I'm just kidding. Ugh. Dang, Super Roofer. Good job, 100 vids. That's a lot of work. And Super Roofer's got quality vids. He's the one that recommended the gimbal to me. What else do we got to cover a little bit? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Like I said, we're going to have a pretty good show tomorrow. I'm hoping Stick's going to be able to join. Either way, we've already talked about doing a collaboration before we head on the road trip. Because we want to test out this YouTube. So for some of you, and maybe some of y'all can, you know, chime in a little bit on this, but YouTube recently has just announced they have their own kind of version of a streaming application. And essentially all you do is just get on their app, you know, and if you have the ability to live stream on your channel, when you hit the little plus looking button at the bottom, where is where you'd hit to post a video, or if you have the ability to post, I believe after 50 subscribers, you have, good morning, you have the ability to post on a community post, you get a community tab. So anyways, when you press on that button, if you have the ability to go live, you'll see where it says live, go live. And if you press on that now, it actually allows you to like invite another channel as long as they're able to go live on YouTube. So essentially, it's like the StreamYard platform. But, good morning, what I'm hoping is that it's going to allow me though to use the full function of my camera on my phone. Because if y'all remembered or joined me on the last zoo trip we did, I was having a lot of problems with the buffering using the Prism app. So just as a last attempt to save the live stream, I jumped over to StreamYards, and it seemed to work a whole lot better. But unfortunately, through StreamYards, and I may be incorrect, and I know somebody had sent me some information about it, but I still couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't find out where to get anything other than just the self-portrait shot, you know, on the front-facing camera. Which, you know, that works great when you're doing kind of like the podcast style stuff. But if you're doing like an actual stream, you know, it sucks because you can't go to like your outside-facing camera, which one is going to have better quality camera, and two, it's a widescreen, so it's going to give you the landscape mode, so you can stream a lot better. So where I'm going with this long story is I'm hoping through the YouTube application that I will be able to collaborate or essentially invite another streamer onto the to the channel, onto the live stream, but it's going to allow us to use our phones just like we would be like right now. So where I'm going with this is essentially that would allow us to both stream onto one channel, and so you guys as viewers, you don't have to be clicking back and forth, you follow me, between channels. You can actually catch 2 camera views off of one channel. So if it works the way I'm hoping, and that's why we're going to try a test collab, you know, stream and see how it works. But that would be kind of cool. So essentially, I'll give you an example of that, right? So let's just say we're on my channel. We can be on whoever's channel, Stick, mine, whatever. All right, so say it's the day of the court coverage. So we're on my channel because that's where we advertise the court coverage on, okay? Day of Skimask Andy's court coverage. Now, me and Stick both got cameras. We're both on a connection. What we can do is both stream onto my channel, and so that way you guys now have 2 camera views of what's going on. And I think that would be a lot cooler than just, you know, one view, or having, like I said, a click back and forth between 2 channels. So, yeah, we're just throwing up some ideas, but I don't know if anybody in chat's played around with that yet, with the YouTube streaming application, but hopefully it'll work out. That'd be pretty cool. But either way, you know, we're going to provide you whatever we can through whatever application we can to stream. But, hey, I don't mind trying something new, especially, like I said, if it can bring us 2 views like that on the same channel. Oh, that's going to be dope, especially for, like, the court coverage stuff. Because that'd be like, you know, essentially just like when you see a dual view, like when they're doing kind of like on a news channel, and they've got, you know, essentially like the reporter back at the news station, and you can see them, and then they're talking out to, you know, whatever, their investigative reporter, their outside reporter that's actually at the scene of whatever, you know. So you as us, or as the viewer behind the TV, we're watching both reporters at the same time. So hold on, Super Roofer says, sorry Super Roofer, I was just not paying attention when you're answering. I can go live on both my channels, but I doubt anyone wants to watch a sun-baked old roofer. Hey, look at me, man. Like Skimask says, I'm just a little bald-headed, round, and it's like Controller says, roly-poly. Nah, I'm just kidding. I think it's all about creativity, Super Roofer. And honestly, I've seen those pictures of what you've caught. I would love to see people fish. I like fishing, period. So I would enjoy watching fishing live stream. And I know there's already some out there, but, you know, just be you. And if people like the way you do your fishing, that's going to be the audience that's going to follow you. Yeah, Deb, it does sound great. I think it would be pretty cool. And like I said, I mean, ultimately we could do that on StreamYard. I mean, hell, on StreamYard, you could have 4 or 5 views. Except, obviously, you know, the more people you have on StreamYard, the connection starts getting a little wonky. And then, you know, the pictures of everybody starts getting smaller. So I would think 2 people would be fine enough. I don't need more than 2. And obviously it's just me and Stick, so we don't need any more than 2 people anyways. If that's all the live stream on YouTube lets you just invite up. Like say it's not like StreamYards where you can have up to 10 people. You know, if I could just have up to just one other individual or another creator that can go on and essentially we can collaborate on one channel, that is super cool. That works for me. Oh no, sorry, there's kind of a glare here. Let me see if I can read. The WAP 99, seen one, yes, but no. We have about 50 acres of tree behind us, about everything, some stuff very cool, some stuff scary. Hawks, owls, coyotes, snakes, spiders. Wow. Oh, hell yeah, on 50 acres of trees, I'm sure you have quite a bit of wildlife out there, oh no. I just seen a video recently, it was on Instagram, one of those little Insta reels, and it was a lady, I believe. She was driving in a neighborhood, and she was filming off, you know, I think she was the passenger in the car, or she stopped, and there was a huge, beautiful, majestic, bald eagle, man, just chilling in somebody's front yard, which I think what obviously made the news was it was a rare, you know, sighting, just because you don't see those type of eagles, you know, in a residential area. Maybe over where, and I don't remember exactly where this was, but it didn't look like it was a wilderness area. That's all I got to say. It was very odd. But the crazy thing was when you saw that thing so close, oh my God, I'll tell you what, if that bald eagle came anywhere near Dobby, he'd swoop that. He could easily probably pick up Dobby. And I think last time Dobby got weighed, he was right at around, this is on his heavy side, he's at about 10 to 11 pounds. He's usually, when he's a little bit lighter, about 8 to 9 pounds. But, Super Roofer says, where is Stick this morning? I'm not sure. Stick might be sleeping in. No, I didn't tell him I was going to go live this morning. As a matter of fact, I wasn't planning on it. But it was a really nice morning, and I know I hadn't brought Dobby out in the last walk and talks we did. So I said, hey, let's bring Dobby out. And then, you know, I had a little bit of talk about with Skimask from what he was going off this morning with that whole bullshit of, you know, still saying that I'm the one, he's saying that it's my channel that posted the post with all the YouTube links of his mods, which that's untrue and false, and he knows it. But then second, he's already made the claim that I'm the one that is running or owns that channel. That's the new clip channel that's been really posting a lot of interesting clips about him. And nope, it is not. And I was not going to take that credit from that individual, because whomever it is doing a pretty damn good job. And they've already got him ruffled up, so congrats. Superproof says, NJCourts, I'll send you a pic of a friend of mine holding a bald eagle she's saved from drowning. Wow. Holy moly. Yeah, I'd definitely like to see that, but talk about an experience there. Wow. Well, and I'm glad that she was able to save it. And you know what? Birds are smart. I can guarantee you that bald eagle knew exactly what happened and was probably thankful of that human being. Super Roofer, if we decide to meet up, we'll call it a fishing chat. We'll do a fishing chat. Oh, I could get creative, actually. That'd be fun, except obviously I can't, you know me, I'm a really loud person, and you know, being loud sometimes doesn't always mix up well with fishing. I mean, yes, you can, but if you want to catch some fish, it might not work out. And you know what? I want it, this next panel we have, the one that Stick comes up on and we talk about the trip, I want to invite everybody, you know, especially all you guys, to come up, you know. Since we're not, you know, like I said, we'll do any court updates that come up or are available. Absolutely. But for the most part, I want this to be kind of just a fun, chill stream. And, you know, we'll talk about the trip. I want to get suggestions from you guys. I'm going to have some of the I've been working on the designs on the shirts. I'm trying to get some that are like what I call like a finalized, where if you guys like it, it's ready to go, versus me, you know, showing you what it's not finalized and then you like it and then I still got to edit and work on it. So that's why it's just been taking me a little bit more time, but hopefully I'll have a couple that I can show you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's stream, since it's going to be a fun stream, and we can have like a vote, and that way we can finalize a few designs and we can get that fundraiser going. Like I said, I'm going to put a poll up, and we can decide where we'd like that money to go to. And like I said before, 100% of those proceeds from those shirt sales will go to whatever nonprofit we select, whatever you guys want to do with it. As long as it goes to something good, we'll definitely do that. So please don't think I forgot about that project. It is definitely in the works, along with all the other ones I have. Guys down here, Rio, Dobbs, how are you doing? A little thirsty? Yeah, we're almost done, Bubs. We're gonna get to some shade here soon. Nice ice cold water, and I bet you guys are gonna be ready for your little mid-afternoon siesta. I can tell Dobby is. Yeah, but it'll definitely be a really fun stream tomorrow. And then, like I said, we're going to be doing a countdown every day. I'll do something fun, too, with it. Kind of like, you know, and again, I'm not trying to even compare this to Christmas time, but, you know, when they have the little countdown, what do they call them? Oh, man, gosh, I always get brain farts, too, when it's something neat, but I have never used one in a while. It's those little, what do they call those little chocolate candy treat box? Doesn't necessarily have to be that. Hell, I've even seen them, which is really cool, at Petco and PetSmart, where they even got them for the doggos now, where it's like the, you know, every whatever, like, you know, 10 days, the 10th day on Christmas. I don't know if they do it for an advent calendar. I think that's what it's called. You know, and it's the ones where, you know, when I was a child, it'd just be like a little chocolate, you know, just a small little box with the days on it, and every day you punch it in and you get a little candy treat. It's kind of your calendar to Christmas. So we kind of I'm going to do a countdown every day to the June 20th court hearing, just so Skimask doesn't forget. You know, that's the last thing we want, is Skiwee saying he didn't know and he forgot he had a court hearing on the 20th. So we'll definitely do a countdown on the community tab. So if you guys can help me out with that every day, if you do see that pop up on your feed, please give that a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate that. Same thing with this stream. If you guys have enjoyed yourself or enjoyed the walk, enjoyed hanging out with Dobbs and Rio and myself, all three of us would greatly appreciate a thumbs up on the stream. Helps a lot with the analytics. It really does. Helps put the video out there more. I think it does. Who knows? But I like it. I like to see all the positive likes. Makes me feel like we did something, you know, good on the video. Thanks, Ryan. I'll check those out here as soon as we get to the vehicle, so I can stop the stream and check it out. And I can post all those pictures if you don't mind. We'll post them tomorrow too, so we can show the viewers, because I think that's pretty interesting. Oh man, that's crazy. Hey Sonny, good morning. Black Apple, welcome, good morning. Oh, that's cool. I've been to downtowns before where you might even be lucky enough to see you see deer always, but maybe lucky enough to see a bear rolling down, which is a little scary, but also very cool. Woo! I forgot in the summertime how much the poop smells in these poop bags, even when you got them sealed up. Woo-wee! And then get this, Skimask with the most serious face he could put on. He's trying to say that he walks more than me. Get the fuck out of here, Skimask. Dude, yesterday alone, or what was it? The day we did the river, the last walking talk with Rio, we went down to the river. I was looking at the mileage because I was like, man, that's got to be, even though it's, you know, the way the crow flies direct, I said, that's still got to be some mileage. I think that was about 3 miles there and 3 miles back. So 6 miles. And that's on the low end. Honestly, it was probably closer to 7 miles. So that was just one walk, Skimask. Bro, I can guarantee you, you probably haven't, between all the times now that you've walked to that come and go to get your little blunt wraps, I can guarantee you, when did you start that now? That car's been down for like, what, about at least a month. Let's just say a month, okay? I think more like 2 or 3 months, but I can guarantee you in just the 1 month, actually, let's just even say 2 months, so I'm even sure of that. I can guarantee you in just the 2-month period that you've had to walk from your mama and dad's house to the come and go down the street is probably not even close to even the 6, 7 miles that me and Rio walked just yesterday. And that's not to even mention that Dobby even made that same walk about a few weeks ago or a month ago on one of our other live streams or walking talks. So I can assure you, Skiwi, that I have walked way more than you've probably, like I said, just one of my walks has probably been more miles than you've walked in 2 months. And you answered your own question. The fact that you don't do any exercise and just eat a bunch of junk food and sugar and are as skinny as you look, even though you're not a naturally skinny dude, because we've seen your little pudgy stomach, like when you get out of jail, like when you're all medded up and on your Hot Pocket diet, or like you said, when you're just regular, you know, on a regular diet of food and just staying away from you know what, you still have a little pudgy stomach. You're a little pudgy. It's all right. But when you're the way you are, which is unnatural for yourself, because, you know, it's not like you got some kick-ass metabolism. As a matter of fact, your metabolism gets even worse or slower as you get older. Maybe not for everybody, but for most people. So that tells me that you must be doing what we already know. And it's no surprise, and for some of you that may not even know this, you can actually find a clip. It's actually on my clip channel, which is, NJCourts TV clips. There we go. So if you just look up NJCourt TV clips, or if you go to my main channel, the main channel page, on the top right-hand corner, you'll see a little link for Instagram. And then the other one is a YouTube link. If you click on that, that'll take you to my other page, okay? On that page, I have a clip, and I used to have a more, not more better one, just one that I didn't have to censor, is the word, as much. I had to take that down. Even though I won that argument with YouTube, I was kind of nice to take it down. I didn't get in any trouble. But they were cool enough to let me post this other one. And even with a little bit more censorship on it, you can clearly see Skimask on his own live stream participating in some substance, you know what. And it's not the green stuff, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it's a known fact. It is a known fact that Skimask does that other thing. I don't care what he says, especially now that's not the only clip. I got another clip, but that one is just too graphic. There's no way YouTube will let me put that one up. But yeah, you know, we've got clips. They're out there of him doing it. So yeah, it's obvious. That's why every time he has a big sum of money, it's gone right away. Come on, I mean, you know. So everything, all the dots match up. He's already starting to kind of admit to it already, whether he knows it or not. But yeah, there's no way to say he's not when, you know, obviously he's in the condition he looks and acts the way he does. No excuse for that. And his sniffles. Hey, what's up, 24 Skimask Andy Clips? I mean, honestly, that day he looked his mugshot from jail, he looked pretty fucking shitty. I wouldn't doubt if he was still binging or coming off one that morning. He looked all fucked up. There's the good old United States Postal Service main office here for this city. Give you a good idea how big our town is that's the main post office right there. Not too big. Damn, where's this parking lot, guys? I just want to make sure we didn't... Okay, there it is. We didn't miss it. All right. Like there shouldn't be any way we did. All right, we're almost there, guys. Super Roofer, that emoji is sick. That is hilarious. Oh man, I've never seen it like that. That's hilarious. Yeah, let me see them tweak emojis. Where do you think I got those emoji pictures from? Those were straight from that day. He was tweaking hard, which that's another clip. You can find that one actually on my main channel. Holy crap, man. He was tweaking hard that day. Yeah, there's the old lights. There's the old field. Man, it's sad to see it like that. That used to be all grass, you know, and the tee boxes were right along here. That was the little path to get to the tee boxes. There are the lights at night. Yeah, this was my, I don't think, it wasn't my first job, obviously. I worked since I started at a summer camp at 14 years old. I worked as a cook and Boy Scout summer camp. And yeah, that was a cool experience. I worked there till I was 16, till I was legally old enough to work. But I think I started here when I was either a sophomore, I think a freshman or sophomore in high school. So I must have just turned 16. No, I would have been a sophomore. Yeah, not a freshman, sophomore. We'll go down this way towards the vehicles. We'll take a little shortcut and kind of some old memories. Memories. It's nothing but memories. Yep, here's the road. It's just sad because that grass used to be green and beautiful, but you can see kind of the mounds, the hills. Oh, and no offense, because I know you're probably up there in heaven, my old boss, but man, he was a jerk, man. The guy that owned this place, Peter, that guy was the biggest old dick you could ever imagine. I mean, literally, he would yell at me for just no reason. I mean, it got to the point where you just got used to it, you know? And it was just one of those things. It was just like, all right, every day, you know, you're just going to have him yell for 5-10 minutes about anything. And then the great thing is after he got done yelling for whatever reason and he got it out, he would just leave for the day. No, leave it. Leave it. Leave it, Rio. I'm actually surprised. I bet you they get in trouble, but this would actually be a pretty kick-ass spot for some motocross or dirt bikes. Probably jump those mounds pretty easy. But I'm sure the police probably patrol through here. I'm sure if they hear the dirt bikes, they're going to get up here and kick them out. Just because it's a liability thing. It's city it's city property. They don't need people out here trying to ramp off of mounds and breaking necks and shit. But it would be interesting. So yeah, this would have been the view here. If you're on one of the old tee boxes, you'd been looking out over to that. That would have been grass. And yeah, it was nice because you had the view of the mountains right here on the right-hand side. Oh, it was beautiful, man. You come on a nice, cool summer night. I'm sure most of the adults out here were probably having some beers. I just never noticed because I didn't know about that stuff at that age. Well, I guess I did. I just wasn't looking for it or cared. What was I going to do? Walk up to some adult and be like, yeah, you can't drink a beer out here. Even though I don't think that was against, well, yeah, I don't think we even had a sign that said you couldn't drink beer. So maybe you could have beers out here. Who knows? But yeah, it was fun. Good times. And then when I would close, because we'd close late, like at 11 or midnight on the weekends, my buddies would come over, and this was cool. The boss knew, it wasn't like I was doing anything illegal. But while I was cleaning up the place, my friends would come by and they would hit golf balls. And then when I was done, I'd go meet up with them and hit golf balls. So it was fun. We'd hit golf balls till like 1 or 2 in the morning just hanging out here. It was a good time. There's gonna definitely be some rattlesnakes up in this motherfucker. I wouldn't doubt it if there was a coyote in this here, or a mountain lion. You guys want to go through that hole and see? Yep, now it's private property. Yep. Tea time. You can even see it almost still on the sign. You can see where it said tea time. Yep, that was the name of it. Tea time golf. Yeah. Man, that's a trip. I trip out that I've, like most people, have had a job since high school and even before. And you got a guy like Skimask, 40 years old, halfway throughout his life, has a child, and never has worked ever in his life. Ever. You know, maybe he's held down some temporary, like, 2-week job or some bullshit. But that doesn't count, okay? I mean, it's insane. It just blows my mind. I mean, even most people that might be homeless or just not on the, you know, just needing a little help, right? I guarantee you, if you talk to a lot of those people on the streets, they probably have held jobs, okay? They're just in a really unfortunate situation, whether it be because of drug issues, of a money problem. A lot of people get kicked out or lose family that they were living with. It's different for a lot of people, okay? It's not necessarily, oh, they're drug addicts, that's why they're in that position. But it's sad that you can even talk to some of those individuals and they'll tell you, you know, oh yeah, I used to do this for 10, 15 years. I was this, you know, I used to do this up to even 5 years ago, and then unfortunately I lost my house or something, you know. But this guy, man, literally sitting there begging, just leeching totally 100% off of his parents' hard work. Fuck, I don't even know if his parents work or not. I don't think they do, but at least that one, they had to do something at least to get some type of benefit that's feeding the family. And it's not coming from Skimask, I can tell you that. That's where I'm going. So it's just sad, you know, it really is. That at that age, and the fact that most people work since they're in high school, and this guy, you know, even with a child that he should be taking care of, whether he doesn't want to be there or not, he still needs to be sending that child money, okay? It's his fucking child by blood. And not even a care, not a worry, not even a damn to even get a job. Just blows my mind, man. Who's watching it? Showing your NJCourts? All right. Well, we made it to the car, folks. Dobby and Rio are ready to get back and get some cold water and a snack and a siesta. So, because I don't have my stand with me, I'm just going to call it an afternoon. That was the walk and talk, and I'm glad you guys joined me. That was a nice walk. I think I got some good exercise. The dogs did. Some beautiful views, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Here, let me flip this around so I can say goodbye to you guys. But don't worry, we will be meeting up very shortly. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we're going to be doing the hopefully collaboration live stream with Stick. We're going to be doing a panel. We're going to do a collab anyways, like I said, and try the YouTube version out. But tomorrow I want to do a panel on StreamYard. So I want to welcome any one of y'all that come up and talk. You know, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the trip, you know, what we plan on doing, kind of a little bit of the itinerary. We're going to watch those clips from Skiwi that he took down because he doesn't want anybody to see them. And we're going to talk about them. And I hope for some of you cult ladies out there, some of you future refugees, don't relapse just yet, because I think if you're on that borderline there of just going back or not, after you see what I'm going to show you tomorrow, I think you're going to be fed up. You're going to realize exactly who this individual is, and it'll make your decision a lot easier, I think. Again, I can't speak for you, so but hang out till tomorrow. I think you'll learn a lot. But anyways, I want to say thank you to everybody that joined me this morning. Thank you to all the members of the jury. I see you there. Like I said, although I'm on Prism and I can't see the actual emojis, I can see what does give me the description, like Hobby Hater, gavel time, gavel time, gavel time, gavel time. So I know we got a bunch of the gavels, and that's perfect because, as I always say now, I'm going to be adjourning this court, but with an imaginary gavel. So, court is now officially adjourned. Pop, 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 pop. But anyways, jokes aside, thank you guys for joining me this morning and afternoon. I had a great time with everybody in chat. Thank you guys for being respectful in the chat, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I'll post notifications sometime tomorrow morning or afternoon, and we'll have a fun show. All right? We'll see you guys soon. Have a great Wednesday. And as always, NJCourts, Rio, and Dobby are officially out. Love you guys. Take care.